Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to what has become my sort of bi-weekly video blog. So, always excited to share things with you. So, as many of you know, I spend a lot of time with families in emotional crisis because of addiction and a mental illness. See a lot of crying mums and sometimes crying dads too. And while we are able to help them to get their children, their loved ones into treatment, and we've had great success with that. Um, there's been something that has been a little bit of a source of frustration for me, and I wanted to share that with you, and it sort of parlays into what I think is very exciting news. Several months ago, I read an article online about how some of the states are filing lawsuits against the pharmaceutical companies who have, in my opinion and in the opinion of many other people, been peddling these opioids, knowing that they were, really that they would put people on the slippery slope to addiction. How's that? And a couple months ago, I wrote an article about what I was seeing in our own practice here, which was that a lot of the children that we were Marchman Acting, who are addicted to, you know, illegal opioids, had begun the slippery slope of addiction by being prescribed some type of medication. So, when I took a look at this lawsuit that was being filed by I think a number of different states, I said, well, that's great. The states are gonna get some money back, I guess, because they feel that they've incurred expense as a result of the opioid crisis. But what about the families? What are they going to get? I mean, how does that help them? How does it help the families whose children have overdosed multiple times, ended up in the emergency room? And what about the families who have ultimately lost the child as a result of some type of overdose? Who's taking care of those folks? And so, it became a little bit of a mission of mine to see how we could, at least try to make some of those families whole, get a little bit of justice for them. And so I went to a friend of mine here in South Florida, a lawyer that I have tremendous respect for, and I showed him what I'd seen online and read and the lawsuits that we had seen, and I said, "What do you think about this?" And he said, "Well, let me get back to you." So month or two went by, and I'm really excited to announce that we're joining forces with another law firm and several other law firms, and we're going to be filing lawsuits against against the pharmaceutical companies who have caused tremendous distress in families. This addiction thing is destroying families, and we're going after them, and we're going to try and get a little justice of some of these families. So here's the message. If you know a family who has a member, somebody in the family who was initially prescribed some type of opioid, and from that point on they became addicted, and ultimately either overdosed or died as a result of the initial addiction, we want to hear about it. We're in the middle of putting together this large lawsuit to go after these pharmaceutical companies, and we want to help people. So if you know somebody who might fit the bill, I would ask you to send them our way. Have them call our office, and the office number here is 561-419-6095. That's 561-419-6095. And when my receptionist answers the phone, let them know that they are calling. Let them know that you're calling about the opioid litigation, right? The opioid litigation, which is, I guess, sort of the term that we're giving it for right now. But we're going to help a lot of people, and I know money can't bring somebody back. It can't turn back the clock, but I think you can get a little justice, and I think it sends a very, very strong message to these pharmaceutical companies who probably think they're untouchable by these families who have either lost kids or had kids who have overdosed. So I'm here to tell you, you're not untouchable, and we're going to get some justice. So if you know families who have suffered from this, please send them our way, and thank you. And I appreciate again all the positive comments and messages and phone calls. And as we move forward into 2018, we're going to help a lot more people next year. I promise you that. So thank you for listening, and we will chat soon.